Hey everyone, and welcome to part 3 of my video Family versus Fortnite Q&A. And in case you missed the very first part of this, basically what this is I'm doing a set of videos. So far 3 part, and you are basically able to ask me any questions you want, either on the live stream or in the comments on my channel, and I'll answer these questions, which would be obviously about the information I've been giving out on my videos, or any comments that you've made about me in regards to what I've said in the videos, or your opinion on the videos, and I will respond not just in the comments on the channel, but also on the video to these questions, giving you the information that you require. I'm not going to say it'll be information that you like, but all the information that I do get for you is fully researched, and it is all confirmed and double checked as being 100% true, before I put it on my channel or post it in any communities. Now, I'd just like to explain the way I do that. So basically, the way I confirm my information as being 100% true is I go to numerous different sources. I research not only the information that those sources are giving out, but I also research the source itself. If that source is on the payroll of a large company or of somebody else who might be controlling the information that they are giving out, then that information is considered by myself not 100% guaranteed to be accurate, and I do more research into that. So in this case, I'm not releasing any information which has been released by someone who's associated with my YouTuber or site which is associated to Epic Games, without triple checking it first. Big companies like Epic Games and Bungie, they all like to think they're better than each other, but the truth is that they all have one thing in common, which is the fact that they will always hide the truth, or attempt to hide the truth, and release false information at times when the truth doesn't suit them or is going to hurt their profits. Something else I do is that I tell you the exact words of the comments from people on my site. Now, I'm going to do that just now. This is a comment from Purple Pummeler, you pronounce it? Not sure exactly. Anyway, the person in question knows who he is. And his exact comment is, he says, Destiny Oracle, shut up about Fortnite. No one cares. What a 30-year-old man has to say to talk them out of playing games. Stop telling young kids to stop playing Fortnite. Well, firstly, I would say I've already responded to this comment in the comments, but I'm going to respond more clearly in this video. So, first off the bat, I did say this in my previous video, there's no point in people getting aggressive with me or trying to tell me what not to do with my videos, because at the end of the day, it's my channel, they're my videos. And while I am happy to listen to questions, concerns, comments, and respond to them as soon as possible, both on video and on the comments themselves section, I will not change what I intend to put up because one of my viewers does not like it. I will not be told what to do by one of my viewers. Now, my age has absolutely nothing to do with the situation. I have not even told this person my age, which means he's trying to give out personal, which means either he's lying about my age to people to try and get me into trouble for something, or he is, he's trying to find out my age, in which case he could get into a lot of trouble. Worst case scenario, Sony and YouTube catch up with him and he gets in trouble with them. Best case scenario for him, everyone thinks he's a complete idiot. Now this guy is just out to make trouble. Now, as I say in the comment, I've not told anyone not to play anything. I've given you information, I've given you advice, I've told you information that Epic Games don't want you to know. I told you what is going on with the with Fortnite at the moment, all problems it's having, and I have also told you all the awesome stuff which is going on in Destiny 2 Forsaken at the moment, and how good it is, and recommended that you try Destiny 2. Now, the people who watch my videos, they will take the information from, some of them will take the information from the video, and they will decide that it's not worth listening to, and not do anything with it. Others will decide that the information is worth listening to, and they will do what they are going to do. But bottom line is, these are two competing games, and the people out there, the intelligent people, will decide which one they're going to play, whether they're going to stick with one or not, based not on what I say, not on what Epic Games say, not on what Bungie says, but on the actions, behaviour, safety, and enjoyability of the two games. People who prefer Destiny 2 will continue to play Destiny 2. Now, some people who play Fortnite will stick with it. There will even be some people who stick with it even if all their friends say to stop playing it because it's not safe. Something else I would like to say is that there are YouTubers out there who are same age as me and older than me who have a hell of a lot more subs than me, and you know what? They try to convince people to do what they want you to do every day on every video they do. With Destiny 1, there are loads of strategies that are better than the ones that they give out for raids, but a lot of them would have you believe that their way is the only way. And there will always be people who are stupid enough to accept a fact just because it's on YouTube. Now, I don't want people to make decisions based only on what they see on my videos. I want people to decide based on how relevant they think the information is. Now, something else this dude says to me in the comments is that his exact words were, no one gives a shit if people ditch on raids and activities and stop their teams from completing it. Well, I'm here to say that's wrong. Anyone who thinks that is full of shit. You're either full of shit / stupid, or you are just someone who, pure and simple, doesn't know what they're talking about, or you're ditching yourself. Ditching is bad. Yes, boss, I do have the Rat King. So there's someone on the channel saying, do I have the Rat King? The quest to get it is not quite the same. As it used to be. In fact, it's much harder now, because the system does sometimes glitch out in the nightfall section because they changed the way it works. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Okay, so this guy's saying that no one gives a shit if you ditch. Well, you know what? Actually, clan leaders care. Fireteam members care. Young kids on their first ever raid care. Bungie cares. Well, let me tell you something. There were so many issues with ditching in Destiny 1 that in Destiny 2, a few weeks after the release of Destiny 2, Bungie started to go zero tolerance on ditchers. Now, to help those of you out there, I'm gonna explain the process a little bit more. And then I'm going to explain why some people do say that it's okay to ditch and that no consequences will happen. Alright, so basically what happens is that you, if you ditch, the process starts with someone reporting you. Once you've been reported, Bungie check the recordings of what went on during the raid, and they also check to see where you went after you left the raid, and was your team still there. So if the rest of your team is still there, and if you had left to go and do another activity or to go into a completely different game, then what they do is basically they ban you from loot from all areas of the game for a month. Now, essentially what that means is that anytime you go to a chest, it's empty. Anytime you do a public event, you don't even get tokens. Not even tokens. Nothing gives you anything. Second time you do it, you get added to the troublemaker list and banned from all events except public events. And it continues. Eventually, when you've done it 3 to 4 times, and you're then seen as a compulsive ditcher, Bungie will move you from the Bungie Destiny 2 Troublemaker list to the Bungie Destiny 2 Cyberbully list. Because Bungie, under the Bungie Code of Conduct, Bungie view ditching of any form as a form of cyberbullying. Now, if you ditch in a Gambit match, you'll be given an official warning telling you that you have ditched or left in the middle of a match before it was completed, and that doing that can spoil the gaming experience for other people. Second time you ditch on a Gambit match the same day, you get banned for an hour. Third time, a week. Get 1 warning a day. So there are loopholes. The Gambit or PvP, get 1 warning a day. Then you get banned. You get first banned. You get the raid. You can get your loot drop started off again if you go back and do the exact and rejoin your team at the exact same point you ditched on, and redo the full raid from there with the same group of people. So yes, actually, ditching is something people care about. It is something that there are consequences for, and rightly so. And to be honest, because I believe in honesty, yeah, while I do not tell people what to do, I want you to decide based on the information you're given. While I do not tell people what to play, what not to play, if I was to be asked for advice on which is better, Destiny 2 or Fortnite Battle Royale, I would always say Forsaken. And yeah, if I was asked, if I was to be asked, if someone say to me, hey Victory, do you think I should stop playing Fortnite Battle Royale and delete it? I would say, yes, do so as soon as possible. Okay, now I'm just going to do more things, and then I'm going to stop the video for just now for that. So firstly, what I do want to say is that that's really a reminder. On my last video, I set a challenge to all my viewers, which is for them to which is basically for everybody to go out there online, do their own research, find out information about Fortnite, about whether or not it is safe or not for themselves, whether or not it's good for themselves, but limit themselves to sites and YouTubers who do not have a connection, alliance, or on the payroll of Epic Games. Only take information from sources which you know for a fact are not influenced by the company that makes Fortnite. Because the second you start getting information, taking information on safety of a game from the company that makes it, you're into the realms of inaccurate and untruthful info. So I would like to again issue that challenge. Have someone else here, boss. I'm just going to real quickly, I wasn't going to talk about guns for this video, but I'm just going to real quick answer your little thing and explain something. Okay, so the Rat King quest is still available. You can still get it, as I understand. However, the final part where you do the Nightfall is a little more complicated. You see, originally you had to complete a Nightfall with 10 minutes or more left on the clock. However, the clock system was changed and it goes up instead of down now. So what you've got to do is you've got to complete it on 10 minutes or above on the clock. What makes it hard though is that the system sometimes glitches out because the quest was made to work on a clock counting downwards. And instead of starting at 10, now the clock starts at 0. The other thing, of course, is the longer amount of time it takes you to get through a Nightfall and complete it, the less chance you have of getting an exotic or getting strength exclusive loot or Baron exclusive loot. So my advice would be, forget the Rat King quest, go for some of the new Forsaken exotics. Then what? Destiny 1 or Destiny 2? Well, which do I like more, Destiny 1 or Destiny 2? Tough question, really. I mean, each game is better than the other one in its own way. gonna be honest with you, I think they made a complete disaster raid-wise. Now, while the latest raid, Last Wish is a really good raid, I would have to say Leviathan is a disgrace. They told us there would be one raid in every single one of the DLCs. Every single raid prior to Forsaken was just another bloody part of Leviathan. They did that raid layer bullshit instead of doing a new raid, and it was all parkour, and we know from history that most people who play Destiny are after action, not parkour, and that raids that only appeal to parkour players do not get that much popularity. Leviathan, in my opinion, is the second worst raid in the history of the Destiny game series. Just for the record, for very few people that don't know, my favourite raid so far in the Destiny game series is King's Fall from the Taken King. To be honest, the DLCs in the first two DLCs in Destiny 2, I personally felt that they were too short. I also felt that the Infinite Forest interest of Osiris wasn't all it could have been. For one thing, every single area pretty much looked the same, even though you were going into different missions. Yes, okay, there could have been different boss areas, but they could have made it so much better looking and diverse. So DLC wise, not counting Forsaken, I would probably have to say that Destiny 1 is the better. The only DLC I did not like in Destiny 1 was Rise of Iron. And I would just like to say that that like a lot of people out there, the only reason I bought Rise of Iron was because it was the only way to get Gallahorn, and the only reason I did the raid was to get the Outbreak Prime. Now, base game wise, I don't know, I mean, some of the missions in the base game are good. Payback was fun. On the whole, I think Forsaken, though, is a winner, and I think that for those of us who stick with Forsaken, we are going to see that it has a lot more to offer than any other game out there, and I really do feel that if you want to stick with a game series and you want to have a game that you can get a lot of enjoyment out of, then the best thing you can do is stick to the Destiny game series and ignore all these PvP orientated bullshit games. I would have to say that I love Gambit. They did make certain errors in Destiny 1 which I did not like. One thing was that every single time they added new PvE stuff, they also added new PvP stuff. Now, we have seen in Destiny 2 that pretty much barely any new PvP stuff has been added prior to Gambit, and most of the players are quite happy about it. And there was, in fact, a 50% decrease in PvP. The whole PvP system was changed so that there was no way it could take precedence over the PvE system, because as you all know, Destiny is, always has been, always will be, and is supposed to be a PvE orientated game. And I feel that it is really fun. So both games are really fun. So, any more questions before I end the video? No? Okay. Well then, stay cool, guys. Do it in the comments, please.
Okay.
Okay, so our viewer says that he only likes PvE, not PvP in Forsaken. Well, that's good. So yeah, and guys, I will see you next time. Stay cool, keep playing Destiny, and if you did enjoy this video, find any of it useful at all, then please do go on to YouTube, go on to my YouTube channel, put some comments in there if you've got anything to say, because these comments on my screen just now do not carry over to YouTube once I end the video itself. Only the video itself carries over and uploads. Nothing I can do about that, so sorry. And you found it enjoyable, click that like button. I see I got a second viewer, and I'm just about to shut down the video, but it'll be uploaded to YouTube as soon as I have. Before I do that, do you have any questions, viewer number 2? No? None to say? Then I suggest you watch the rest of the video on YouTube, and you put some comments in there. And of course, feel free to respond to each other's comments, not just to mine. And yeah, and I'll be doing another video later on. Catch you later, guys, and please click that like button if you enjoyed it.